God damn it.
What the fuck?
Oh! Holy shit! Good morning, folks. It's Big Al's Bike and Auto. It's pretty damn early right now, and I'm out here about to swap out the fuel pressure regulator on my brand new to me, picked it up yesterday, as you saw, 94 Roadmaster. I got the part right here, came with the car. So I'm not going to demonstrate what happens, but basically I'm sure some people watching this video are probably having this issue, so they already know. But for my regular subscribers, basically the car takes 3 to 4 cranks to start, very long cranks, and then it just feels kind of underpowered around town. So I believe that there's a fuel pressure issue. I think it's going to be this fuel pressure regulator. I'm going to try that first because I have the part and it came with the car, and it's not that bad of a job to do. If it doesn't work, then I know it's the fuel pump or maybe something else, but I'm pretty sure it's what it is. Anyway, I'm not going to demonstrate the hard starting because A, I hate doing it. It sounds terrible in the starter, and B, I don't want there to be any pressure in the fuel rail. The fuel pressure regulator, now I'm just doing this off the top of my head here. I haven't looked at any instructions or anything like that on how to do this. I have a pretty good idea of how it's done and where it is. I believe, yep, that's it back there. Okay, so, geez, it's a little more accessible on the LT1 on the Corvette. It's like right here, but it's not too bad. So I gotta undo this bracket right here to get these kind of loose. These are the fuel lines. And I'm gonna try to pull some of this other shit out of the way so I have more room to work. But I'll check back in a minute. Alright, so you can see I took the top of the air cleaner off, just 2 bolts. I think they're 13 millimeter. And now I've got easier access to the fuel pressure regulator. And I also pulled back this tube of wiring here. It's under these clips, and here it is, the back of the motor. Now you can see right here, there's a little kind of like a nozzle or nipple, whatever you want to call it. You can check the fuel pressure with a little fuel pressure measuring thing. Okay, so earlier in the video, you might remember I showed you there was a little nipple slash nozzle thing on the other side of the fuel rail. Here's our fuel pressure regulator. On the other side of the fuel rail, you screw on your bleeder slash tester, and you're basically trying to make sure there's no fuel pressure, and if there's any fuel in the system, you want it to bleed out. So I can move on to the next step, which is loosening up these 2 fuel lines and taking out that fuel pressure regulator. Okay, now this process is a little bit different on the LT1 when it's in a Caddy Fleetwood or a Roadmaster versus a Corvette, where it's much more accessible. You've got these 2 torque bits. I'll tell you what size in a second. But, shit, the phone almost took a dive. So the first one, and the Vet, this is facing up. And this car, for whatever reason, is facing down. So you have to somehow get underneath here and undo it from the bottom, this one. And then there's one, like the Corvette, right here. So once I get those 2, and I'll show you when I have the torque bit hooked up to them, once you release those 2, we'll be able to get that fuel pressure regulator out. Okay, here's the extremely annoying process for getting this bolt out. And if you're as lucky as I am in life, which is not lucky at all, you'll find that this other one up here is stripped. Mine's stripped out completely. I cannot get it loose. I'm gonna have to cut it or pry it out of there or something. I have no idea. I'm starting with this one. So this is a let's see what ties it. This is a T25 for the bottom one there. It holds these 2 hoses in. So I'm going to finish taking that one out and pray I can find a way to get the top one to come out. It's totally fucking stripped. So bear with me. Now I've got half of this thing loose. I've got these lines freed up, but this son of a bitch is still stripped over here. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do to get that out. So you can see I've freed this up. I already disconnected this fuel line before, which goes in the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it, this bracket's in the way. Goes right here. I have it tucked down here in the engine bay somewhere because of all the sawing I was doing. I didn't want to get any shit inside the fuel line. Of course, I gotta go find that fuel line. Where the fuck? Here it is. Right here. So now you're just gonna pull this out. Wow, is that in there tight? Let me pull that out with my two hands here. I got no balance. Okay, so the old one's out. A little fuel will come out of the fuel rail, even if there's no pressure. So be sure to have a rag ready to catch that or clean it up afterwards. Here it is. You can see how I had to saw the top half off just to get it out. Check your screen. Mine looks clean, so you shouldn't have any issues with your fuel system if yours is clean. That's good. You don't have any contaminants in here. And I'll show you guys how to reverse it in a minute. I'm just going to get that strip bolt out of there now. Now you're going to put a little motor oil on that green seal there. And you're going to stick this thing back in where it came from. There you go. And reverse everything you did. Put the fuel line back in there, the other vacuum line kind of hose, fuel hose back on there. And your bolt should still be good. Mine is not. You're going to tighten this top part back up and you're good to go.